Bingo night! Actually, we're talking about dermacosmetics tonight. What are dermacosmetics? I'm going to do a lot of reading just because I want to make sure I have all the verbiage right, and the more I read it, whether I read it out loud or to myself, is the more I'm going to memorize it. So I highly recommend, if you want to learn the terms and learn how to explain this to your customers, that you do that as well. So the first one is what is dermacosmetics? Dermacosmetic is a term used to describe products at the intersection of a cosmetic beauty and skin health. So dermacosmetic products are similar to formulas you'd find in a dermatologist's office or a med spa. And so it's a pretty simple answer. It's the word dermatologist and the word cosmetics put together. So if you kind of put that play on words, dermatological products combined with skincare products and cosmetics. So that's kind of the marriage that they've made with this new avenue that has been created, and Mary Kay is on the cutting edge of all of that. So we started with Clinical Solutions, and Clinical Solutions, so excited about that. If I showed you my before and after pictures, then you would understand why I love it. The retinol is a 0.5%. So it's the highest concentration that we've ever had in any of our products, because we've had retinol, retinol palmitate, which is vitamin A derivative, in our products in the past, in much lesser concentrations, but the retinol 0.5% is pure retinol. So it's amazing. It prevents the signs of visible aging that you can't see yet, and it reverses the advanced signs of visible signs of aging with pure high concentration retinol, which is true, because I had such bad lines on my forehead and everywhere. I started using it and I was faithful, went through my retinization period, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, and within a year I looked 10 years younger, I promise you, if you've seen my pictures. And that is the first step in the retinol in the Clinical Solutions set. And then the second step to it is the facial milk, which I absolutely love for more than even that, because it helps to calm the skin down. So with that, I wanted to explain what that is. And it gives your skin a nourishing power shot of rich fatty acids. So it's got sugarcane squalene in it, which is becoming an ever more popular ingredient in a lot of dermacosmetics. Women who work in med spas usually know what that is. The average housewife that doesn't really do a lot of research in products, or doesn't take care of their skin and just isn't all that interested, probably wouldn't know what that is, but it's a new and up and coming ingredient, and it's very rich in that. I can even tell you, I gave some to my cousin who had to do chemo on his face for skin cancer, and your whole skin kind of like peels off, and I gave him the little sample vial to try, because once he uses the product and then he has to let his skin sit for a week, at that point I gave him some to see if it would help with the flakiness and whatnot, because he was having some issues, and he was amazed at how the flakiness kind of went away. He had used it before and knew what to expect, so he had told me about it. And so that is our Clinical Solutions, and that's where we got started in the dermacosmetics. Then lo and behold, we came out with some boosters, but let's talk about the retinization period first. So what sets us apart from going to the dermatologist and getting retinol, or going to the spa and having a retinol treatment done? I'll tell you what. Mary Kay paired with a dermatologist, and they created this retinization process, and it was to help women who, like myself, when I had been prescribed Retin A in my younger years, could not use it because my skin was so tore up from it. It was too harsh. Excuse me, bless you. And the retinization period helps your skin to acclimate slowly and minimize any of the discomfort and peeling and redness and all the adverse reactions that can come from using a retinol product. And so when you follow that 8-week retinization process, it minimizes any kind of adverse reactions and gets your skin used to the product so that it can do its best work without you having a bunch of downtime. I barely had any light flaking, and I remember it was kind of right above my eyes here, a little bit around my nose, and I would just put some of that facial milk on, even on top of my makeup throughout the day when I had those issues, and it would minimize it and make it less noticeable, first of all, and help it to go away faster. So the 8-week process, it starts with you using the product once and then the next week you use it once, and then the next week you use it twice a week, and then so on. So it breaks you into it slowly. And does anybody have any questions about that retinization period while I'm on the subject? Anybody? No? Okay. You all have been learning already. So then, once you're done with the retinization period, then you can use the product as often as you feel your skin can handle it. And I have some customers that use it every single day. I'm too sensitive, I can't use it every day, but I do use it 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm still continuing to use it just because of the benefits of reversing the signs of aging and preventing future aging on my face. So then we came up with boosters, and the boosters, if you're not using the retinol, it can be used with the retinol, or it can be used with just your regular skincare routine. And what they are is they're a targeted product that actually targets certain specific things. So let's say fine lines and wrinkles is what your thing is. So you would want the vitamin C plus resveratrol, which we're going to talk about all of them. If it was the texture of your skin, you would use the resurfacer. If it was brightening your skin, it would be the brightener. If it's dry skin, the hydrator. So those are the 4 boosters. Now, if I have watched some videos, and in one of the videos it did say that if you're wanting to use 2 or more of the actual boosters at the same time, then you need to be on the retinol because it's going to cover the gamut of all of those except the hydration. And the nice thing about this ceramide hydrator is that you can use it with all the other boosters and with the retinol process. So let's talk about the resurfacer, which is one of our newest ones, and Heidi has actually been using it and loving the results. Do you want to share just, vocally what you've actually received from using that resurfacer so far for the last almost 8 weeks now,
It's almost been 8 weeks now. Yeah. I feel like I didn't stop using microdermabrasion. I used both. I kind of went through a little bit of a flaky stage for a little while, but now my skin just feels really soft. And it's just, I feel like it's doing a lot better. With my acne scars down here on my jawline too.
They're less noticeable.
I feel like they're getting less noticeable.
I noticed that actually on your skin. Thank you. It really does work. And I love that. Oh, here's the sheet I was going to tell you about that. The plant oils, glycerin, and squalene were the facial milk ingredients. So with the resurfacer, this booster is a polyhydroxy acid as well as an alpha hydroxy acid. So most people have heard of alpha hydroxy acids, but this one also has a PHA. The difference is one of them is molecularly smaller than the other, so it can go deeper. So one's more for the surface and one's for the underlayers of the skin. And then of course it also has glycerin, which is a humectant to help keep the skin smooth and not so dry, because that's a byproduct when you're doing a heavy exfoliation with products much like the Clinical Solutions retinol. So with this resurfacer, it has that ingredient in there as well. So it basically accelerates your surface skin renewal and gently dissolves the dead skin cells with a trio of proven skin smoothing ingredients. I love how the company just writes it all perfectly for us. This can be applied 2 to 3 times a week. So it isn't something that you would use on a daily basis. It is kind of like our microdermabrasion or the charcoal mask or the peel, stuff that you don't want to use every single day. You want to give your skin a little break in between.
And that's the resurfacer, right?
Yeah, the resurfacer. And you also do not want to use this one with the retinol, okay? It is not compatible with products containing salicylic acid, which is our clear proof products. And let's see, let me read what the company says, it's really tiny. Do not use with retinol 0.5% with clear proof products containing salicylic acid or on the same day as other exfoliating products. Okay, so you just think about, you're scrubbing your skin. You're using a loofah or a scratch pad on your face, and you wouldn't want to do something else that was going to be harsh to it. Now, it's not that harsh, but just to give you a visual. And the use-up rate on that booster, which they're right here. Sorry, I should have gotten a little bit closer here, but is it this one? No, that's the brightener. They all have a different color too. That's
lime green.
The green one. So these little droppers keep the product fresh too, so you're not touching them. So you distribute the drops from the dropper, and then no light or air can get in there once you've opened and closed it, right? So it lasts a little bit longer, but the use-up rate on this one is 4 to 5 months when you use it 2 to 3 times a week. And these are $38. which is a really good deal, I think, for what they do. And because you're targeting certain areas, maybe it's just, you know, like Heidi was saying, she had acne scars on her jawline. So if you just had a certain area that you wanted to resurface, then you could just spot treat where you want it. You don't have to use it over your whole face. Some of these products we've been trying on the backs of our hands and in, you know, the décolleté, different areas, so that we can, you know, target it where we want. All right, the next one, any questions about that? Okay, the next one we're gonna talk about is the C plus resveratrol, which when we came out with this, love affair. I absolutely love it. It is the purple one, C plus resveratrol. So vitamin C, of course, is a antioxidant formula, high antioxidant formula. Vitamin C, which is clinically shown to improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles caused by photo damage. Resveratrol is a highly potent antioxidant with the ability to fight the visible signs of skin aging. And then acetylhexapeptide 8. Don't ask me to say it again. A skin restoring peptide that a skin restoring peptide that helps diminish signals that over time lead to lines and wrinkles. So it's helping your skin to tell a new story. Like, I'm young, I'm fresh, I'm plump, I don't sag. It's telling a new story to your cells, okay? That's just a simple way to try and remember what that acetylhexapeptide is. Number 8. Let's see. So it takes wrinkles and reduction to the next level with these renowned ingredients. And maybe you just are wanting to target, you know, sagginess in the skin here where you're getting wrinkles, or forehead or throat or wherever that is. You can just use it to target those smaller areas, or you can use it all over the whole face. And this booster can be applied both in morning and evening. I've gone through, I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6 of these because I fell in love with it when we came out with it and consistently started using it right away. And I think it's made a huge difference, even around the fine lines around my lips. Because it migrates a little bit. Not that I put it right up to my lip, but I've just noticed a big difference in my skin overall. It can be layered with the HA Ceramide Hydrator. Like I said, that's a product that can be used with all of them. And then I agree, once a month I have to open a new one. So it's about a 1 month process with this one. And I've stopped using it because I am now using the brightener. So I stopped using this one so that I could start using the brightener. And I want to say it's this one. And it is a ferulic niaminoside brightener. So just remember brightener. One's a brightener. One is a hydrator. One is a line reducer. And one's a resurfacer. You don't have to remember all the name. If you don't let that stop you from sharing it with your customers. But love this one as well. I've been using it now since we came out with it, and I was actually sharing the pictures before pictures that I took of them with Denise, and I was like, "Can you tell the difference?" And she said she could.
And
so
look at my spot. It's fading.
Uh-huh.
It's absolutely fading. I had a pretty big spot right here.
Yeah, I've been using it on the backs of my hands. I've been using it from here to here. So I've been going through a little more of it than some people, just because I had some, spots. But the company has this patent pending ingredients in here, and I just love it. It's very proprietary, and it is the navy bean extract. Who knew that the navy bean was the one thing that can help brighten the skin in a very great way? It's they call it the brightening efficacy. Niaminoside is a form of vitamin B3, and this essential nutrient is a brightening superpower. And then ferulic acid is a high potency antioxidant that acts like a shield to defend from external factors that may lead to skin discoloration. So things like hyperpigmentation, this helps to brighten the skin and some of the photos that I've seen of women who've tried it are amazing. So depending on what it is you're trying to take care of. Again, I've been using the retinol now for 2 years. Has it been 2 years? 2.5 years? I think so. I think it was 21 when we came out with
when
it.
you told me you were trying it out just after your first period. It was like after your first little bit.
Yeah, it's been a couple.
It's been a couple years. So I know that that's made a big difference in my skin. So the boosters are, adding a little bit to it, but I've already done a lot of work to my skin with that. Again, love the brightener. It does have its own special scent. Okay? It doesn't smell yummy.
I like it. Am I weird?
Well, it's not like, you know, like you think about our botanical skincare line. It doesn't have a fragrance added, but it smells like dragon fruit because it's infused with dragon fruit, so it smells fruity and smell. This does not smell like that, and some people like it and some people do not. It's not my favorite scent, and so if you want to smell it, if you haven't smelled it yet, you can come just open it and take a sniff and see what you think, because it's got a, you know, like vitamins have a smell, right?
Mhm.
You open a jar of vitamins, they have a smell. To me, that's what this reminds me of, is vitamins.
It doesn't last forever though.
No, it fades as soon as it dries.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes away quickly, but when you're putting it on, that's the one thing I tell my customers is that it does have its own fragrance. And it goes away quickly.
It smells like medicine or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know,
It's
like
the
a jar of
niacinamide.
vitamins. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so this booster can be applied both morning and evening, and it can be layered with the HA ceramide, which is the hydrator. If using retinol, after the retinization process is complete, you can apply the booster in the morning and prior to retinol in the evenings. So after retinization, you can use it morning and night. You would put this on prior to retinization. I mean, prior to the retinol in the evenings, because retinol you only apply in the evenings. Now, I've heard some people use it during the day, but they recommend doing it at night. And that's when your skin is regenerating. And I find because of my oily skin that it's a little heavy. I wouldn't want to wear it under my makeup. I think my makeup would look funny because it's thicker. It has a consistency to it that I wouldn't care for, I think, underneath my makeup, but I haven't tried. So I just lather it on at night before I go to bed. And I like it that way. But they only recommend once, morning or night, typically night. And then the use up rate on the brightener is 1 month when used twice a day, and I can confirm that as well. So last but not least is our HA ceramide, which is the yum yum for hydration, and I love it. They did it blue like water. So you're giving your skin a drink of water. This also has hyaluronic acid in it, which is another buzzword for dermacosmetics and cosmetics in general and dermatology in general. Most people have heard about HAs. It's a powerhouse humectant known to bind more than 1,000 times its weight in water.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 2 forms of hyaluronic acid, and so it takes a dual action approach to combating dry skin. And that's the ceramide, which is essential for the retention of your skin moisture. And it has verbena officinalis extract, which is a plant extract known to improve skin hydration and support skin barrier function. And it doesn't have a scent. I think it should with that pretty sounding name, but so it basically gives your skin a boost of targeted moisturizing ingredients. For my oily skin, I didn't like how it felt. I feel like it's too heavy for me, but I was using it under my eyes and on my throat.
Mm-hmm.
So again, targeting the areas on my face that need extra replenishment of hydration. And the backs of my hands. I also put it on the backs of my hands, but when I'm doing my routine in the morning and at night. And this one can be used with the retinization period, with the retinol products. It can be used with all the other boosters. So this one's kind of the little magic pill, if you will, that's, can be used with everything. Any questions about anything I've shared so far? Yeah.
Did you say the brightener goes underneath the retinol or after the retinol?
Under the retinol.
Okay.
If using the retinol after the retinization process is complete, apply the booster in the mornings and prior to retinol in the evenings.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a really great way to remember order of application without having a sheet in front of you is if you get all your products and line them up, because we have serum C plus E and we have the lifting serum and then we have the boosters and then we have the there's a whole lot of stuff there and it can get confusing, especially if you do the microdermabrasion and there's that serum too. So the thinnest, runniest serum goes onto the cleanest skin. So once your skin is clean after you've cleansed,
So the
think about the consistency.
most runny thin goes on first.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The
That makes
thicker the
sense.
serums go on the top layers. So
That
the
makes sense.
Yeah, so it's so that they'll penetrate in the proper way. Mary Kay makes us very aware that the research that they do is based on order of application. That is our job to inform our customers and let them know, you know, the proper order of application in order to get the desired, desired results that they want from all of our products. And it just is like it's like you wouldn't, it probably would work if you did it at the end. I was thinking if you're baking a cake and you don't put anything in there, you don't put the eggs, but you put water and oil and all the other stuff and mix it all up, and then you add the eggs. I don't know, would that make it different? Probably wouldn't, huh? You'd probably still whip it up, but you would want to add the wet ingredients first and then the dry ingredients, right? Okay, I'm not a baker, as you can tell.
That is the proper way, though.
Yeah, right? So creaming the sugar and shortening and the eggs first. But order of application, it's just like a good recipe for healthy skin, which is what I remember the verbiage being when I first started in Mary Kay a long time ago. Okay, so.
Quick question.
Yes.
So resveratrol can be used with the retinol product too, right? C plus resveratrol?
It can, after the retinization period?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
let me go back and
Yeah,
Double
that's the
check.
only one that because I use them all and I use that
I
one
think
too.
it's, but not on the same night.
So it can be layered with the hydrator. If using retinol after the retinization is complete, apply this booster in the mornings and or on alternate evenings.
Okay.
So I think that they're trying to separate, because of what it does, away from that, so you're not having any discomfort. If you have no discomfort and you're putting it on and you've done it that way and it's like your skin doesn't seem to be bothered, I think this product in particular, along with the resurfacer, is more about discomfort.
Yeah.
So, but what they say is, if using retinol after the retinization is complete, apply the booster in the mornings and or on alternate evenings, okay? Any other questions?
No.
Any other questions? Let's see, let me go back to my list here. Okay, order of application. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, and I'm still learning how to do it. It is interesting to try and remember which ones. So that's why I gave you the little tip about the runnier, more watery your booster or your serum is that you're using, the closer to the skin that's clean, and then you layer beyond with that. So the company has these great sheets that you can print off, and this is the one that is under Product Central, and I'll pass it around so you all can look at it. It's great because it does have pictures, so your customers can just look at the pictures and go, number one, I use that product, okay, that's number one. Number two, oh, I use this product. So if they can't read it, maybe they're, visually challenged, they can't read without glasses, but they can see the picture, they would know if it doesn't look too similar to something else that they might have. I always try to check the box or highlight this and give it to my customers. So this is just the basic one that's on Product Central, and it is 2 pages. And under 5 here is the special solutions, and it will show you, the booster order of application for the boosters, okay? Because that's in the 5th step. Now, which one do you use? And this does not say one or the other. This one does. So there's another one under Clinical Solutions. You can print off another. So this one, again, is Product Central, order of application. There's a tab. This one and the other one, I have 2. Well, this one on both pages is when you're using the TimeWise Repair with Clinical Solutions, and this one is TimeWise Miracle Set 3D. Okay, so you can see the bottles and the order. So for this one, it's either or on the brightener or the line reducer along with the hydrator. So you can use the hydrator with either one, but it shows you the order of application. Okay, so, and this is morning, and then here's evening. And so it's very clear on one or the other, but they don't recommend that you use the C plus resveratrol with the brightener. Okay, and it also shows where the Clinical Solutions retinol comes into play on that. All right, so I can go through and read it out loud to you, or you can just go look and print this and have this. I keep it on my desk because I'll get calls from customers and they're like, I just got your lookbook in the mail. Tell me about that stuff. And I'll pull this over while I'm talking to them, and I'll look up on my computer what they're using already so that I can tell them, you would use this before this or after that. So I have it, and then I print them a copy when I deliver, when they try the product. So I'll pass this one around too. Do you want to do that? And this one too.
Yes.
So the other thing the company gave us was scenarios. So I'm gonna read these. What time is it? This should just take maybe 5 more minutes. Scenario 5. Okay, I want to start with 1. So your customer wants to address lines and wrinkles, skin brightness, smoothness, and hydration, and she is not using the retinol 0.5. You can recommend the retinol 0.5 set as a multi-benefit solution for her skincare concerns, since it is not recommended to use all 4 boosters together, plus the HA ceramide, okay? So they want their skin to be brighter, they want fine lines and wrinkles to go away, and they want their smoothness and hydration. So they really want all 4 of what those boosters do, then they should just be on retinol. It's like I said before, I watched the video where it talked about if they're wanting more than one thing targeted, then retinol is really the way to go. And then if they were doing that, they would do cleanse and toner, and then the ceramide, and then the serum, and then eye cream, and then day cream with SPF and eye cream in the morning. And this one is, I'm assuming it's 3D, but it could be the night. It could be the. It doesn't actually say on this one, so it could be either Time Wise Repair or Time Wise 3D. And then at night you would cleanse and tone. Use your eye cream. You could use the ceramide hydrator, and then your retinol 0.5, the Calm and Restore facial milk, the serum, and the night cream. Okay, so if you had any serums that you were using. Scenario 2, brightener and the hydrator. Your customer wants to support targeting skin brightness, uneven skin tone, and hydration. She is not using retinol. You could recommend the ferulic niaminoside brightener and HA ceramide hydrator in the following order: cleanse and toner, the brightener, the hydrator, then a serum, then the day cream, and then the eye cream. Okay, does that make sense? Like in my mind, I picture all my stuff in my bottles. Like, okay, this bottle, this bottle, this. And that's how I kind of kept it straight when I was first learning, and I'm still learning. And then at night, cleanser, toner, the brightener, the ceramide, serum, night cream, eye cream. Okay. Scenario 3, the resurfacer and the hydrator. Your customer wants to address skin texture and hydration, and she is not using retinol. The 0.5. You can recommend the PHA and AHA resurfacer and the ceramide hydrator in the following order. So cleanser and toner, this is in the morning. Then you follow it with the hydrator, any other serums, day cream, and eye cream. At night, cleanse and tone. Then you put the PHA resurfacer on first, followed by the hydrator. Okay. So think about sealing that moisture in. You're like putting it on, and then you want to moisturize it right away. Even though you use it in the morning before the other serums, okay? So again, no retinol. Then you would go to your serums, your night cream, and your eye cream. Scenario number 4, your customer wants to target lines, wrinkles, and hydration, and she is not using retinol. You can recommend the C plus resveratrol line reducer and HA ceramide in the following order. So in the morning, cleanse and tone, then C plus resveratrol, then that's the hydrator, then any serums, day cream, and eye cream. PM, cleanser and toner, C plus resveratrol, the HA ceramide, serum, night cream, eye cream. So those are the real basic ones. Morning and night is the same. You can use them both morning and night, and that doesn't change. So that's what, when we first came out with those 2 were the first 2, that's what I was doing. It was that one and then followed by the other one, but just under my eyes and my throat on the ceramide. So now this one is your customer wants to address skin texture and tone, but she cannot use retinol 0.5 as a multi-benefit solution for her skincare concerns. You could recommend the resurfacer as a gentle alternative to retinol. Okay, that's important. In the morning, you would cleanse and tone, use the serum, the day cream, and then eye cream. At night, cleanse and tone, then use the resurfacer 2 to 3 times a week on alternate evenings. Any other serums, night cream, and eye cream. Scenario number 6, your customer wants to target additional hydration. She is using retinol 0.5 and has not completed the retinol process yet. She's in that 8-week retinization. You can recommend the ceramide hydrator in the following order. And during the retinization process, this is the only booster your customer can incorporate into her skincare routine. Blue hydrating one. So in the morning, cleanse and tone, use the ceramide plus ceramide hydrator, the serums that you're already using, day cream and eye cream. At night, cleanse and tone, and then they always recommend doing eye cream next before applying the, any retinol products. So then you'd go to the ceramide hydrator, followed by the retinol 0.5, and then followed by the Calm and Restore facial milk. And so that's a whole nother chart too that your customers have to go through the retinization period. And then you can follow with any other serums and night creams. Scenario number 7, your customer wants additional support addressing lines, wrinkles, and hydration, and she is using retinol 0.5 and has completed the retinization process. You can recommend C plus resveratrol, line reducer, and HA ceramide hydrator in the following order. In the morning, cleanse and tone, C plus resveratrol, HA ceramide, any other serums, day cream was the SPF, and then eye cream. And the evening, cleanse and tone, eye cream, C plus resveratrol on alternating evenings of the retinol 0.5. So it's just, like I always did Tuesdays and Thursdays, so then the C plus resveratrol I would have used on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then followed by the Calm and Restore facial milk. Did I say retinol 0.5? I think I did. So retinol on alternating evenings. The ceramide, I forgot that, sorry. You can put the ceramide in there. So C plus resveratrol, line reducer on alternate evenings, the HA ceramide, or the HA ceramide followed by the retinol. Okay, so one's before and one's after. So retinol follows the ceramide, and the C plus resveratrol, did I say that right? I did not say that right. Okay, C plus resveratrol followed by the ceramide. The retinol 0.5 followed by the ceramide hydrator. I did that backwards still. See, I'm still learning. C plus resveratrol followed by the ceramide hydrator. On the days that you're doing the retinol, the hydrator goes first and then the retinol. Okay, so that's the one that gets a little tricky. And I know it in my head, and I'm even reading it and still messing it up. So there's hope for everyone. And then it's of course followed by the Calm Restore facial milk, serums, and night creams. Okay, last scenario. Your customer wants additional support targeting skin brightness and hydration, and she is using retinol 0.5 and has completed the retinization period. You can recommend the brightener and the hydrator in the following order. Cleanse and tone in the morning, the brightener first, followed by the hydrator, then any serums, day cream, and eye cream. In the evening, cleanse and tone, then eye cream, then the brightener, then the hydrator, then the retinol 0.5, then the Calm Restore facial milk, and then the serum and night cream. Okay, so that one's also lengthier. They kept that one for the last because it's 4 different products that you're adding in for that evening. Questions? Okay, one other thing I want to mention, don't mix the boosters. They are not meant to be put in the palm of your hand, squirt a little, add more, and put it all in one slop on your face. It will not work the same. The efficacy of the product will change, and you will not get the results that you want. They are designed to go directly onto clean skin. That's why they're in dropper bottles. And if you want to drop them on your skin, you can drop them on your hand, whatever works. But make sure you just drop it right to your face or to your hand and then put it there. Or if you have a roller you're using and want to use a roller. Anything else that you can think of?
Do the Clinical Solutions certified. The clinical, what's it called? There's skincare confident, color confident, and then there's Clinical Solutions confident.
Yes.
And everything in there has been updated.
Yep, they have updated that. And when you complete that training and your MK University as well, you get a designation on your bling badge at all the company sponsored events. So people know that you are educated. It's like wearing your
Report card.
report
Because
card.
it's on your website too.
Yeah, yeah, it is on your website too. And it's something that you can put on your business card
Cool.
so that you can show that you are trained in the product.
Cool.
Great.
I was
I'm glad
using the
you
resurfacer every day.
Mm.
But I wasn't using the retinol, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do this instead. You know, because sometimes I don't read instructions.
And your face did fall off. Yeah. Okay, gosh, I feel like there was something else that I may or may not have missed with it, but
And Mary Kay's really moving into the dermacosmetics arena.
So if someone wants all those things, put them on retinol first, and then they can add boosters later if they want, but really getting the retinol, let it do its magic first.
And I was doing some on my face and some on my neck because my neck is a little more sensitive, so I'm not able to do the retinol every day there, or I'll still mix the milk with it. So I just started using a couple of the boosters there, like the ferulic
Yeah.
acid, and then the ceramide, and then on the face, the resurfacer and the serum, ceramide hydrator, yeah.
So yeah, it's
like 2 here and 2 here, just for fun.
yeah, just to see, and that's the beauty of when we get our products at cost, we can kind of play around with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's no other questions, I think I'm done with throwing up all this on you. Clinical solutions and boosters, they're amazing products, and I've seen great results with my own skin. And don't feel like you have to know it all in order to sell to your customers. Use the shortened version, tell me what your skin's concerns are. Oh, I don't like these fine lines and wrinkles. Okay, have you ever thought of retinol, or boosters, or whatever, their needs are. If they go into more than one, definitely go retinol. Maybe they're just a new user and you don't want to overwhelm their skin. Maybe they're super sensitive and you just want to introduce one thing at a time. So the boosters would probably be a safer bet for them than the retinol 0.5. But if they do the retinization period, I'm super sensitive and I was able to go through without any problems. So I went to a dermatologist for my adult cystic acne and I could not use it. I tried it like 6 different times and it would not work for my skin.
I remember you had some pretty good acne when I first met you. When
And I still, I still have it. It doesn't like go away. It's just that I keep it at bay with our products, because I also add the blemish control toner into my mix. So after I'm done washing my face, I use blemish control toner along with everything else, just to keep that, just enough salicylic acid to kill the bacteria and keep my skin clear. And the charcoal mask, because I do retinol Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Saturday or Sunday. Sometimes it's Sunday. Usually it's Saturday. And then I do the peel on Monday. On Wednesday is microdermabrasion, and then on Friday is charcoal mask. So I still use everything in our line because it all does something different. And I know it's a lot. Most women don't want to use that much stuff, but it works for me. So I think that's it. I'll pass this